side. That means 1 foot in the paint, helping on all drives, and contesting.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys.
Again for Houston. Mason checks in for Isaiah Cannon. And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks in at shooting guard. Monty Unis out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Mason. And it's Harden in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity defensively.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too. Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's Burks.
Oh, man, what a play.
Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket from Brown. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Mason kicks to Davis, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Now, here's Brown. Here's Oliver. Offline with his 3. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Burks dishes to Davis. Kicks it to Mason. Pass to Harden. Misses, and he wants that one back.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
They get a hand on it. And now Mason running the floor all by himself. 3 on 3. Here's Oliver, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Burks kicks to Mason. Baseline try. That. Drops. Mason's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Schroeder passes to Plumlee. Here's Oliver. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. 3 on 3. Harden has a wide open look. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 15. Burks with the double team. Brown the pass to Oliver. Dallas moving it around. He feeds it to Brown. Rocket 6. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 9. The dish now to Mason. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Oliver, guarded by Mason. Puts it up from 12. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Schroeder kicks to Brown. Feeds it to Schroeder. Back to Brown. Weber a screen. He hits Brown with the drive. Goes back up. Burks pulls it in. Burks has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He kicks it to Davis. And here's Burks. Harden outside. He dishes it to Burks. Another miss by Houston. Mavericks trail by 13. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, guys. Smooth in their last game against the Trail Blazers delivered quite a performance. He had 30 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. He's even half as good as he was that night. It should be enough. Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Here's Schroeder, guarded by Mason. Weber with a screen on Mason. Burks with the double team, and Smooth is going to pick up the foul.
Get in his face.
2-5 on the floor. And we've reached halftime in this one. Rocket.
All right, we got a few things to cover before the second half. This isn't a game I'm going to let slip away from us. We need this one. Our movement off the ball has been fantastic. All you need to do is look at our field goal percentage to see that. You can't shoot the ball as well as we have without good movement, and it has been very good. Our offense in the paint was a positive. Our entry passes were sharp, and you showed off some excellent post.
And thanks for joining us again as we get set to continue our broadcast of the Western Conference semifinals. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Everything's magnified in a game like this, and with the microscope squarely on him as their go-to guy, he came through in a huge way in the first half.
Steve, that's what he's known for. I mean, his ability to raise his game according to the situation makes him elite level.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Snow. He's out there with Plumlee, and it's Brown in at the point guard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Burks pulls it in. Burks has got his 6th rebound on the night. Looking to end his... Oh!
How about that basketball, man? Wow.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Here's Snow. Another shot. Pass to Oliver. He tries for 3, and he gets the bucket. Oliver's got 9.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Rockets leading by 12. Mason dishes to Burks. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in, and the shot is good. He's got 13.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
And George with the stuff.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Burks with the double team. Pass to Snow. Roncic, guarded by Mason. Dallas needs to get off a shot. There's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Burks, and it's Houston with another.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
Snow, a screen on George. Here's Runcic, and it's good. Fought through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 9 points for Davis.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Ball's knocked loose. Burks with the steal. Williams passes to Harden. Here's Mason. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Mason's got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of the 6th.
NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Well, you look at Burks, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And it's the Rockets on the break, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 9 points.
No way you can get back into the game if you continue to give up layups.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Moniunas is checked in for the Rockets. Tyreke Evans is checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Schroeder, guarded by Mason. Barnes kicks to Weber. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Mavericks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. He misses the free throw. Houston making a switch here.
That's the way to move the ball.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Here's Schroeder. 5 points in the game. Snow, the pass to Byers. Dishes to Schroeder. Puts up the baby hook. Offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 18. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. Burks in a 2-guard. Paul George is out there with Davis. Then it's Williams. And it's Mason in at the 1. And there's the pass to Oliver. Now the feed to Plumlee. Clock at 6. Oliver is guarded by Davis. Rebound by Williams. Rockets leading by 20. Here's Burks.
What throw down there. Man. Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for him today.
Pass to Oliver. Dallas moving it around. Byers, guarded by Mason. Here's Runcic. Pass to Snow. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Mason dishes to Burks. Kicks it to Williams. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Oliver, and it's sent back by George. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Brownie's checked in for the Mavericks. Got a piece of it. Burks with the steal. Down low, Mason powered down with both hands.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Passes to Oliver. Trying his luck deep. Burks pulls it in. Rockets leading by 22. He feeds it to Mason. Now here's Burks. He's guarded closely. Now the dish to Davis. He kicks it to Mason. 4 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Williams. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through smooth. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And Plumlee kicks to Brown. Dallas, no good that time either. Houston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Burks the pass to George. Now here's Burks. Defense right on him. Feeds it to Mason. Burks dishes to George. Great look, but off the mark. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Roncic. Burks covering, and Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Clock at 6. Burks with the steal.
They're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem here.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
And the Mavericks with possession here. There's the pass to Oliver. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Davis.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
Sure helps that they've gotten extra trips to the foul line here in the second, and that has to continue if they're going to complete this comeback.
2 shots. The first one falls.
The story in the first half was their low. Good D. That here in the second.
The Rockets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Now here's Burks. He's tightly guarded.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And the first one drops.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Brown. He's got 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
They're making this a runaway.
Now, the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout.
Burks with it. Picked up by Brown. Cannon kicks to Burks. 6 on the shot clock. To the left side wing. And stolen by Parsons. Here's Chandler. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
You know, when he's in that Tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Here's Burks. From the high post, he drills it.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should. Let their team hear it. They were good.
So we see Houston taking the W here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on this win. It was a team effort, aided by this electric home crowd atmosphere. What made the difference?
We just got to play solid defense. Talk to each other.